Alright, and welcome back to another video from Data Zero. So in this video, what we're going to talk about is the correlation between Bitcoin and AMC. We're going to talk about what happened with the Bitcoin crash. Was it a liquidity grab, or was it a margin or leverage flush out? So are we going to talk about, was this a grab for money like the AMC and GME community think, which I'm also a part of, which we also follow on this channel, the AMC and GME short squeeze potential. And we're also very tied into Bitcoin. And it all seems like there's a correlation into these things, but we're also going to cover Bitcoin, obviously, in the crypto market and what happened with this recent flash crash that we've seen. Was it a margin / leverage wipeout? So did we wipe out leverage and margin people that went long and used margin, and did they get margin called and wiped out, and it was a forced sell-off, or was this a liquidity grab and were people selling off because they needed to get money to cover margin calls like hedge funds and things like that? Did they get margin called, and did they need to get money? Either way, I think it was a combination of both, and we're going to give a little bit of evidence and data and show you why. So let's go ahead and get to the charts, do some technical analysis, talk about the crash, what happened, where I think the market's going, and all the things I just mentioned. All right, we're here with the charts, and as you can see, we had our obvious previous updates with the Bitcoin market, how I said we were consolidating within these levels here and here, down here, I mean, in between these white lines, and obviously we had a huge flash crash, touched all the way down to about 41 to 42,000. Absolutely insane, and a lot of people were saying that this was due to either margin, so people doing leverage trading getting wiped out, doing longs, thinking that we are going to the moon because they seen this falling wedge here, which I can a falling wedge, so it basically be a pattern. If you drew a triangle here following this resistance here and then drew one here, and then that normally breaks out to the upside. So they were looking at that, and they loaded up on long 100x leverage, which is commonly used in crypto, and then everyone thought that Bitcoin was going to blast off to all-time highs. And then we're also going to talk about a little bit of how the altcoin market is breaking away from the Bitcoin market, but we're not going to focus on that as much, as because we have a lot to cover. But if you do look at Ethereum, the dip wasn't as severe. I mean, it did dip down quite or it was as severe, but the recovery was a little bit better, because if you look, these levels were only levels that we were just basically consolidating at just a couple of days prior to. So just last week we were at these levels, so we're really right back to where we were. And if you look at some of the other altcoins, if you look, Ethereum is actually green, Algorand is actually green, and then we also have Polygon, which is actually green, and then we'll cover the overall market here in a second. But if you go ahead and go back to this, like I was saying, people were saying that this was either a leverage wipeout, so people lit it up and thought we were going to the moon, and then they got wiped out, or people are saying it was a liquidity grab. So people needed money, hedge funds needed money because of margin calls, because of AMC and GME, and other long or other short positions that they were long on, or they themselves went and did leverage trading and got wiped out. Either way, I think it was a huge wipeout of leverage overall. When you look at it. Now, if you look at the correlations, we also had a huge drop off here in AMC and GME, which are two popular meme stocks. If you only know about crypto, these are two popular meme stocks which are highly shorted in the market, and are on a potential short squeeze, I also cover them here on the channel and follow them quite heavily, and am highly invested in them as well as I am as in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the other altcoins. But as you can see, there is a slight correlation, because if you look back when Bitcoin had this huge dip back here, this is when actually AMC had this huge run up right here. And AMC and other meme stocks had a huge run up as well, but AMC had one of the biggest and notable here. And that's around the exact same time as Bitcoin did this move. Actually, these moves did occur. These moves did occur at the exact same time. So then we have this drop off here, and then we also have AMC doing the same thing. So you can say there is a possible correlation to when AMC runs or dumps, they are running and dumping together. And if you line the charts up, you will see correlations in between the price. But it's mostly a huge thing between the hedge funds. So it's the big money moving around their money. They need money to cover their short positions, and they need money to cover these 100x leverage trades. And what happened is they're getting wiped out. So if we just go ahead and look at the charts again, we can see that Bitcoin is basically now consolidating around these levels here. So in between around 46,000 and 49,000. So we're looking to break these levels, and I want it to get above this white line here and move in these channels in those white lines that I showed you on the bigger time frames. So, but if we zoom in on the lower time frames, we can just see that that's basically what's been happening after this big drop. Bitcoin has been consolidating in between those two prices. And as you can see, Ethereum did not have such a severe drop because these are levels that we have seen just last week, a couple weeks ago. So it's not that serious at all. And the altcoin market, some of them are even green, like Algorand is up 6% and Matic is up 2%, and then there's other ones up as well. So if we go ahead to the crypto fear bubbles, or the crypto bubbles, this just shows you what's been going on in the crypto markets. You can see that we do have other coins up as well. I'm going to go ahead and refresh that. So as you can see, we have other coins up green as well. So it's a bit scattered market. Nothing's doing too great. Nothing's doing too impressive, but it's not, the whole market isn't down. So I want to just point out the correlation between Bitcoin dominance going down and that it's kind of breaking away. Altcoins are kind of breaking away from Bitcoin and using their own legs to stand on, because they're developing their own ecosystems, which we can see here at CoinGecko. You can see there's broken down in categories, and you can see which categories are doing the best. So smart contract platform categories like Ethereum, Solana, and Cardano are doing the best as far as overall recovery. And then as you can see, as we move down, some of the other types of categories. So fear and index is down to 18. So obviously, like Warren Buffett says, when others are greedy, be fearful, and when others are fearful, be greedy. So now is obviously the time to buy. Normally, you can trade off of this thing and be pretty darn accurate. You don't even have to look at the charts. Like if you sell when this is below 20 or 30, or if you sell when this is above 70, you'll be fine. Like, so anytime this goes up to 70, sell, and then anytime it goes down below 30 or 20, buy, you'll actually be a pretty darn successful trader if you go ahead and look back at the correlations between this and the charts. So I definitely say now is the time to buy and scoop up. If you have any capital on the side, go ahead and take advantage of this dip and buy and load up, because I do believe that we will be moving forward in the future. After this consolidation, we just want to see Bitcoin move up. But basically, if you zoom out, we are still trending up. Like, if you still look at this, we'd have to go all the way down to like 29,000 or 41,000, 29,000 for it to even be considered like it trending down. Because even if you just go back, you can draw a trend line straight up here and we're still trending up. So we're still on an uptrend regardless of this crash. And if it was a leverage wipeout, that's a good thing. But I think that if you're invested in the meme stocks and crypto, which a lot of people are invested in both, I think you'll be good to go. Even if the market gets a little bit choppy, we do have the Evergrande situation. We do have the, we won't say the name, but the flu scare going on. So we do have other things going on in the markets, causing things to drop off and bring down the market as well. So it's not just those things that I talked about that are bringing the market down. But if we go ahead and look at the social metrics, you can go ahead and see which coins are on the top. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, PancakeSwap, Tezos, SafeMoon. These are the most talked about coins on the internet by social media, metric volumes, and mentions and things of that nature. So we have Cardano up here. So these are the top 10. If you go ahead and look down, Polymatic, Solana. So normally when the coin is talked about a lot, there's a price movement and jump correlated with that, or you can tell if the coin is obviously popular, which helps in buying volume and selling volume and liquidity and all of those things, of course, as well. And if we go ahead and look at Reddit, you can just check out some news basically on what's going on with GameStop and AMC. And what's going on in the overall markets as well when it comes to crypto, and then when it comes to stocks and things like that, you can get a basic metric of what's going on. But that's basically the video. I kind of just wanted to point out the correlations between the gaps of AMC and GME, and the possibility of it being a liquidity grab for them to cover margin calls, which would lead to the AMC GME short squeeze, or was it a leverage wipeout and people just going long on Bitcoin because they thought they were going to the moon? I covered both sides of things. Obviously, there's other factors on why the market dipped, because if we look at the S&P 500, that also is obviously highly affected as well. And Bitcoin does seem to follow the market as well, even though people says it doesn't, it does. If you look at the S&P 500, we're down significantly from its high as well. So obviously there's other factors involved with what happened. And I'm waiting on Monday, and I will do an update video during the week, probably Monday, on what's going on with the market. But we want to see where the market starts to move with the S&P 500 and the other indices like the NASDAQ and things of that nature, see where they're moving. But as you can see, everything is down horrifically. It was an absolute bloodbath in the market. So obviously there was outside factors, but we are seeing some of the altcoins defy the market, and that's good to see. I am invested in these coins. And we'll talk about why I think these coins are starting to defy the market and do their own thing. But that's basically the video. So hopefully you found it informative. If you did, go ahead and drop a like. And like I said, was it a liquidity grab? Was it a margin wipeout? And I do think that we will continue moving forward in the future. If you zoom out, when in doubt, zoom out. Because if you look at it, we're still in an uptrend. either way you look at it. And I am going to continue to hold my positions. That's not advice to you. This is not financial advice, but that is what I'm going to do. Continue to hold my positions in AMC, GME, crypto, all of that stuff, Bitcoin, and all that good stuff. But hopefully you found the video informative. If you did, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content, and as always, have fun, stay safe, keep hacking, make money. Peace out. Alright, so that was the video. Hopefully you found it informative. If you did, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content, and as you can see, I gave you some data, some fundamental analysis on why I think that AMC GME is correlated with Bitcoin, and also why or what happened with this recent flash crash, and where I think the market's going and where I think we're headed. And again, I'll continue to keep you guys updated, continue to keep things moving forward, and we'll continue to keep covering social or cybersecurity and the AMC GME short squeeze, plus stocks and Bitcoin and crypto and all of that good stuff. So if you found it informative, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content, and as always, have fun, stay safe, keep hacking, make money. Peace out.